guys, Howard here with kind of a quickie lesson on adding walking bass lines to some jazz chords that you might be messing about with. This is actually not really a follow-up lesson to the fingerstyle blues one, but it kind of came about as a result of that. I was asked if that applies to jazz as well. Jazz is a little bit more complicated, and there's more chromaticism and obviously a lot more chord changes in most jazz standards and things like that. But this lesson is sort of the big brother to that, because I'm not going to get into all that complexity. I just want to start with some very basic stuff, kind of what I would call standard jazz chords. This is just a really basic, almost fundamental lesson using these very standard jazz chords, and just sort of giving you an exercise like the one I just played to get used to walking some very simple bass lines in and out of chords, okay? So anyway, here we go. The first thing to wrap our heads around is just what the chords are, okay? So the very first chord that I'm playing is a G major 7th, and that's the 3rd fret on the 6th string, 4th fret on the D string, 4th fret on the G string, and with your middle finger or your second finger, if you can see that, it's on the 3rd fret on the B string. And then the second chord that we're playing is a B flat 6th, and that's 6th fret on the top string, 5th fret on the D string, 7th fret on the G string, and then 6th fret on the B string. So we've got a G major 7th to a B flat 6, and then we've got a D minor 7th. I'm guessing a lot of you guys probably know that chord, but in case you don't, I'm barring at the 5th fret, and the ring finger is placed on the 7th fret on the D string, and then the second finger is on the 6th fret on the B string. And that's a shape we'll be using again. So, and then we're going to play a D diminished. That's 5th fret on the A string, 6th fret on the D string, 4th fret on the G string, and 6th fret on the B string. And then we're going to play that same movement from the 3rd fret. So we'll be using a C minor 7th and a C diminished, like that. Okay? And then we're going to play a B flat major 7th. This is the same shape as the G major 7th we had, but we're up at the 6th fret. So we've got 6 on the top string, the 6th string, 7th fret on the D string, 7th fret on the G string, and of course, 6th fret on the B string. After that, we're going to play an E minor 7th flat 5, or what is sometimes referred to as a half diminished. But that's 7th fret on the A string, 8th fret on the D string, 7th fret on the G string, and 8th fret on the B string. And then we're off to an A minor 7th, which I play just by barring across all 6 strings at the 5th fret, and then back to the D minor 7th. So running those down again, we've got a G major 7th, B flat 6th, D minor 7th, D diminished, C minor 7th, C diminished, B flat major 7, E minor 7th flat 5, A minor 7th, and D minor 7th. So how I'm playing this is so we've got the bass note popping and then grabbing the remainder of the chord with just a claw effect. However you want to do it is fine. It's not Travis picking or anything like that to play this. That's the basic groove. And we're just going to put some pretty simple walking bass lines between the chords, okay? Some of the chords kind of contain their own sort of bass movement, like the D minor 7th to the diminished. That's kind of its own thing, which is kind of cool because it's sort of wrapped up in the sound of the chords that are going by. So I think the best approach might be to just play it nice and slow, put the tab up on the screen as usual, and I think you guys will be able to put it together and see what's going on here. This isn't Joe Pass after all. It's just some really basic stuff just to get you started on this. All right, so here it is, nice and laid back. So let's move into exercise number 2 here. And in fact, you can string these together. In fact, I would suggest it because it's kind of a cool thing to do. Each one has a little bit different feel, but you can play it at the same tempo and connect all the dots together. So we're going to start with the E minor 7th, flat 5 again. And in this particular exercise, we're really going to play some roving bass lines, just walking in and out of the chords. That type of thing. So E minor 7th, A13, 5 on the top string, skip a string, 5 on the D string, 6 on the G string, and 7 on the B string. F major 7th, 8 on the A string, 7 on the D string, and then bar straight across the 3 bottom strings, the 3 first strings at the 5th fret, and you've got a nice voicing for an F major 7th. B flat major 7th, which we used previously, G minor 7th, bar across all 6 strings at the 3rd fret, your ring fingers on the 5th fret on the A string, C9, 3rd fret on the A string, 2nd fret on the D string, 3rd fret on the G string, and 3rd fret on the B string. Back to D minor 7th. Kind of a cool, nice thing. So here we go. And like I was saying just a little bit ago, you can definitely string these two together. However you want to weave it together is entirely up to you. So a cool thing to do is really get this up to speed, get it up to a little bit higher tempo and where the lines are really roving along. It sounds pretty sweet that way. There you go. I hope you found this useful, or do find it useful as you get into it. But again, if you want to get into more advanced information on this style of playing, I'd be happy to do that for you. And also, I think you'll probably find a lot of materials out there on this particular approach and style. So anyway, I hope you enjoy it, and hope to see you soon.